This is the second installment of the stratified random sample and spline instructions. Where we left off is we had processed the very last generalization step in the focal statistic. Now we need to convert that focal statistic file to a polygon. So we use the conversion tools, raster to polygon, and we're going to take our very last focal statistic process and we're going to store that on our jump drive, and we're going to call that strat, as we do in the instructions. And we'll simplify polygons, we'll say OK, and when that's done you'll see it on your table of contents. Many students are confused because it's all the same color, even though they're different polygons, but how you can assure yourself that it is the same layer properties in categories, and show the grid code, add all values, and you see that it is in fact exactly the same as the focal statistic. It's just a polygon as opposed to a raster. Okay, the next step we have to go through is to add a field to the strat file. So we right click and we open, and we're going to add a field to this with the table options, just like we've done in previous labs. Add field. We're going to call this field area, and we're going to have it as float 18.6, 18 positions for numbers, 6 decimal, and once that's done, we're going to right click and do calculate geometry. Outside an edit session is fine, and we're going to calculate this into square kilometers, and we say OK. So now we're taking every polygon and we're calculating the area in square kilometers. Now this is has many polygons, and we want to aggregate them. So we're going to right click on the grid code and we're going to summarize this file. We click on summarize, and we're going to go to the area field and click sum, and we can give it the default name sum output as long as it's a DBF file. We'll say OK, and do we want the results added? Is yes. And now we can examine that file, and it's the sum output 2 on my file. Now these numbers are very important, and we're going to need them for the calculations in the next video. So you want to write these down, and now these are my numbers. You're going to have slightly different numbers, so you'll want to write your numbers down. They'll be very close to mine, but they'll be different. So you'll want to write down grid code 1 and 270.95, 1371, 1311, and so on. And a grid 2 and 198 and its detailed decimals. So please write those down